All right, guys, look, thank you for being here. Massive shout out for Mark for doing this. Mark's sort of stolen a little bit of my thunder when he started going on about the directory, because if he ever comes by Newcastle meetings, I harp on about it all the time. So, who's got a car? Put your hand up, I've got a car. All right? Who drives that car at 50 kilometres an hour on the freeway? Put your hand up if that's what you do. Why don't you do it? Because he goes 110, right? Okay. At Be Connected World, we've created an environment, we've built a community, and there is all this stuff that is there that a lot of people are not utilising. And Mark's hit the nail on the head, right? If you're not on the directory, you don't exist, okay? So here's the Be Connected World site. We've got the radio, we've got the magazine, I'll go through these sort of things as well, all right? Now, out of the members, put your hand up if... I've just done my step goal for the week. Exactly. Out of the members, who has not created their profile? Show of hands. Right? You started, but you haven't got your photograph on it, right? So you need to create your profile. Your profile is your about you, it's your booking links, it's your website. Think of it like a LinkedIn page for people that actually want to look at it, all right? If you're not there, you can't get access to everything else, all right? So we've also got the Be Connected business shows. I'll step back a little bit. I'm waffling on it. It's a rough night. I don't like it. July 2021, 5 people sat in a room at the height of the pandemic and went, how are we going to make it better? And we didn't even know what it was like. Some of them you'll know if you come to our online meetings. Alison Ockenden, who runs our Thursday night meeting, she was part of that group. A guy called Andy Prosser, there's a lady called Tash Robson, and I assume most people know Alan Stevens, because he doesn't. All right, Alan said, we sat in a room and went, what are we going to do? And we looked at what was going on out there in the world that small businesses were getting stuck on, right? And I've had this conversation with Chantal, she'll back me up. There is so much misinformation and bullshit out there to get you to sign up to a mailing list, right? We'll give you this, sign to our mailing list. You get hundreds of emails going through it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and I'll teach you how to do this. They never do it, right? I actually ended up sitting in a training room on Zoom last week for an hour every morning for somebody that was going to teach me how to become a digital marketing specialist, right? Not once, you know the one, right? Not once did they actually cover what I had to do. It was a presentation to get $10,000 out of me. It took 5 days. I thought it was a 5-day course. They were going to teach me how to do it, right? Luckily, I've got VAs that do that sort of stuff for me. But I said that's the issues that we have out there. So we sat there and went, what are we going to do? So we created a program that was called the Network Educate and Provide Business Support Program. And it's based on an ethos that actually comes from business coaches. Business coaches, they go into a networking group, and what they do, they will help every single person in the room for free. They're building their network, they're expanding their network, they are educating that network. I actually used to work for Action Coach, and I turned around to the guy I was working for, I said, why do you do that? He said, because there are 20 people in that room by the end of the year. 2 of them will give you $5,000 each per month, right? So you build your network, you educate your network, then you invite them to go to that next level. And we decided that's the sort of thing that we want to do. So we actually created on a Wednesday afternoon, 3 o'clock, every Wednesday on Zoom, we'd actually have a guest speaker come and do a 45-minute presentation on something that would actually benefit business. Not a sales presentation, not join my mailing list, something that would actually help. So we actually had a Google My Business specialist come in when it was still called Google My Business. Yeah, actually come in and tell them how to properly set up their Google page. Yeah, we have people come in and teach you this is what your Facebook page should look like, completely separate from your personal profile. We have people come in and tell them about systems and everything like that. By the Christmas, we had 500 members. We don't even know where they came from. We didn't even market it. They just started coming along, and we went from 5 to 500 in 5 months. A lot of people started saying to us, we can't turn up for these videos. So we did, we recorded them, we created a YouTube channel. We've now got 1,200 followers on YouTube, right? And we've never done any marketing on that one. People then wanted to network. And we looked at what was out there in the marketplace. Now, I'm not putting any networking events down. Some are good, some are bad. They're all good to somebody, all right, or they would not exist. Some people fit well in that B&I space. They like the regimentation. I have to do this. I have to turn up every week. It's very nuts in the way that it's done, but some business owners need to go through that process. Some a little bit more relaxed. There's free ones, there's paid ones. Right? We looked and went, what are we actually going to do? And if you talk to anybody that's been with us for a while, we never do anything without asking. All right, so we asked our people, what did you want to do? So what we started to do is we started to do networking on a Wednesday morning. People then started turning around and going, but I'm taking the kids to school on a Wednesday morning. We're cutting out the mums in business. So what we started to do is we started to do Tuesday lunchtime as well. And then people went, I'm busy on a Tuesday, I'm taking the kids to, so now we do a Thursday one as well. All right? And it's evolved, and we've looked at things and gone, how do we make it better? We do this every month. The team get together every month and go, what do we need to change? If you come to the unlock meetings, there is a section called What The, which is short for what the fuck has he done this week, right? Because I'm always changing things. I'm always trying to make it better. Fortunately, we haven't changed anything for about a month now. I think we're actually doing all right. I don't have to do that bit anymore, all right? But we're just constantly evolving. Yeah, and that's where you guys come in. You'll remember, we will listen to you, we will ask you before we do it. And that's why I'm harping on about this, right? So with the members, we have 2,100 listed on there at the moment. If you're not on there, you're not on there. People cannot find you. If you're not on there and you're a platinum member, you can't do your radio interview because I'm not going to promote a radio interview I'm going to do with you on Connected Radio and send it out to 7,000 subscribers on the podcast unless I can link to your profile. Alright, it's imperative that you're on there. If you're not on there, you can't list your events. Premium and platinum members, you can list all of your events on there. I don't care. Alright, I've got networking companies put their networking stuff on it. It doesn't bother me. Now, everything that we do on here, also, thanks to the wonderful world of Zapier, alright, gets boom, straight onto the Facebook page as well. So you put a blog up on anything like that, it's going straight over to the Facebook groups. Alright, so you can pop your events up there. We have changed this since we've done this. We've moved the office over that side. If you've got a special offer you want to pop out there, if you're doing a special deal, you can pop it up there. If you've got a product you want to sell, you can pop it up there. Again, get automatically put over to the Facebook. Alright, as we come through, we'll set the events. Library. Who writes blogs? Show of hands. Pretty much we all do something, don't we? Alright, you will do the Facebook post, you wrote the blog. Alright, pop your blog up on there. Alright, now what I always say to people is do not copy and paste your blog. Alright, Stuart's nodding his head because we've had this conversation. If you have your blog on your blog and you copy and paste that to anywhere, Google will rank you down because it's exactly the same content. So what we say to people is if you have a blog, take the first paragraph, pop it on there with a button that says read more. And it's so simple. How easy is this site?
It's easy as falling off somebody else's blog.
Mate, it's absolutely, it is so, it's easier to navigate than bloody LinkedIn, right? And you've all got LinkedIn accounts, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, so we need to be on there. We're blogs. So you put the paragraph and put a link through, all right? Who does podcasts? Just a few of us. All right? So you can pop your podcast up on here. If you're on SoundCloud, you can actually link it through here. Yeah, so people will actually see it. As a platinum member, because we've always gone, how do we stay connected once you've left the room? Once you've left the room, you're going to forget people, all right? That's why we have podcasts, that's why we have a radio, that's why we have a magazine. We have people, our biggest listener of the radio is actually this way. All right, every time I go into the stats, they always say, the Gold Coast listening again, all right? We're 300 people every week actually tuning into the radio station, and they're playing it office hours. So they're sitting on their desk and they've got it playing in the background. And what happens on the radio is you get 3 or 4 songs, then one of your 60 seconds comes up. So you're prompted to, oh yeah, I would like to contact you, Nick. All right. Then there'll be another 3 or 4 songs, another 60 seconds. Then there will be an educational piece. You actually come to our online meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays we have Jeanette Jivkins from Ryan's Legal, she's actually my solicitor. She actually does legal contracts and everything like that, gives you that information. Misty Hinkle, some people may have heard of her, she does sales training on a Thursday. That we record, we put on Connected Radio and we put it on the podcast. Fantastic presentation last night, I heard you did Member Spotlight. Yeah? So that's been recorded, and when I get home tonight, it will be going up on Connected Radio and the podcast. So it's a way of staying connected, right? It's not just get connected, you've got to stay connected. And that's why we do. Nobody else does this. We've got the online magazine as well. Another well-known networking group, who we will not name, has taken note of what we do and has started doing their podcasts again. I was actually pissed myself laughing when I saw that one because he said he'd never do it again, and all of a sudden We've got 7,000 subscribers listening to our podcast. Every podcast we put up gets a minimum of 500 downloads. Who would like to talk about their business on the radio and get 500 downloads? That's it, all right? And let's face it, the entertainment value is shit, right? It's my music, he hates it, right? But if people are listening to it, you like it, fantastic. Well, it's an age thing, all right?
It's a good music.
It's good music thing. Look, it's what do they say? When you reach 30, your music is defined, which is why these classic rock stations are so popular, the triple A's and stuff like that. Anyway, I am digressing, and I'm probably going to get the knock running out of time. All right? We have all this stuff. Connect requests. So remember, we're not a referral-based network. All right? We don't pass around referral services. You don't have to. You don't have to bring business, but it's better if you do, because you look good. You are adding value to your friend if you bring them along to an event like this, right? It's all about adding value. But if you do particularly want to connect to somebody, we have on your connect requests. You can put it up on there to say, I am looking at being connected with. That gets emailed out to everybody. Yeah? It goes on Facebook. Yeah? We have 2,000 people coming through this site every single one of these people are going to see this. Yeah? So we've got members that are not visitors. Yes, it's a bit of a sales presentation as well, I'll show you what we've got. Alright? There's no bullshit, right? All the business. Alright? But members, if you haven't filled in your profile, please do it. It's vitally important. You wouldn't go out and buy a $200,000 Tesla and drive it at 50 kilometers on the freeway. You get the maximum legal you could out of it. And I've got members that don't even have a profile. If you don't have a profile, you can't listen to the event. You can't do your radio entry. You can't do anything apart from just turn up. All right. Any questions, guys?